I've been in court since 2007 fighting for you all. If you all let my fight be in vain, woe be unto you all. I will shake the foundation of this earth. And you are going to fall through the cracks that's going to be left back. Greetings, people in America and all over the world. Paul Muckle here again. Today is March 29, 2012 at 8:38 p.m. People, haven't I proved to you all that there's no justice in America or the world? There are laws. There are hundreds of thousands of laws. But there's no justice. There's no justice. People, I, Paul Muckle, right? A simple man. As you all know the story before, but I'm going to keep telling it to you all until you all get it. Have been in the federal court and in the state court since 2007 fighting for all the American people and the people in Europe and Africa and all the world, because once Babylon falls, everybody gonna be free. So I've been in the court fighting for your people, and people, as you all know, I released a video telling you all that Barack Obama and George Bush and Timothy Geithner and them, they defaulted. They did not file their brief on March 27, 2012 as they were supposed to. And I spoke to the clerk Adam and he told me he was going to look into it, but as I expected, look, they gave him time, people. Look, they gave them more time. They gave these bums until May 29, 2012 to answer a 10-page brief. People, the complaint against them is 106 pages long, yes. However, my brief is only 10 pages long. People have filed this brief since what? May? Since April 2011 I filed my brief. They were supposed to answer June 1st, they didn't. Tornado struck Massachusetts. They were supposed to answer March 27, 2012, they didn't. Straight boom, struck Wisconsin. And people, like I told you all, right, that they're in default. So people, when you're in default, it means that you lost. However, a day later, the court allowed, without even asking for extension of time to file, these bonds were allowed to file late. But if that was me, my case would have been thrown out. But anyway, that's not the point, people. The point, people, still, I won. People, I won for you all, okay? The Constitution said that rights not granted to the federal government are prohibited by it are reserved to the people and the states. What that means, people, that the federal government can go on and protect the federal government. The federal courts can go on and protect the federal courts. However, they have no power over the people of the state when the federal government commits crimes against the people. Now we know the federal government is responsible for the banks, regulating the banks. And when the banks commit crime against the people, it's the federal government's responsibility to help the people. Okay? So when the federal government doesn't perform their duty, it's up to the people of the state to pick up arms, if they may, to protect themselves, because the federal government has failed them and the federal government have no rights to stop them. So the point being, people, is that I, Paul Muckle, have won this case for you all. And how did I win? Because I won against the 50 governors. People, the 50 governors are in default. The 50 governors of the 50 states defaulted. People, as you can see up there, right, on June 6, remember I told you all, they were supposed to file their brief by June 1st, 2011. They did not file it. And after I got off the phone with the clerk, tornado struck Massachusetts. Right? Great tornado. And then people, On June 6th, I called the 50 states did not file a brief or anything. Neither did Barack Obama or no one. So then, but on June 1st, Barack Obama, George Bush and them filed an appearance and asked for extension of time. But the 50 governors, with the audacity, because they think that the 11th Amendment protects them, they decided to just sit back and relax. I did not respond to my brief or my complaint with the audacity. But people, those of you who really know about the US Constitution, the 11th Amendment is unconstitutional because it overthrew one of the original Constitution, one of the original laws, which said that the federal courts have jurisdiction over controversies between states and citizens of other states. Which means if California, which is the home state of Fremont Investment and Loan, the 5th top predatory lender in the country, when Fremont Investment and Loan come to Massachusetts and give me a loan and falsify my loan application and say that my mother is employed when she is not, and say my mother is making $9,846 a month when she is not, because she's only making $345 from Social Security benefit, because the banks went in there and did their own loan application and falsified my mother's signature. And anyway, I'm going off. The point I'm trying to make is that the banks still coming forward against all the people, right? And when I sued the banksters, I realized that in order for me to protect all the people, help all the people also, I gotta sue the banksters' bosses also. So if the banksters get away, I will have their bosses cornered. So that's why I sue all the banks in one lawsuit and all the bosses in another one, and I tried to join them, but the federal court protected them and separated the cases. So I abandoned the one against the bank, and I'm concentrating on this one now. So now people, like I was saying, people, the 50 governors with the audacity, they said, believe that the 11th Amendment could protect them. They said that was to my complaint. But like I was saying, the 11th Amendment overthrew an original rule which say that the federal courts have jurisdiction over controversies between one state and a citizen of another state. So when Fremont come to Massachusetts with their fraud, I have a right to sue California for not regulating Fremont, and I have a right to sue Massachusetts for allowing Fremont to come into our states and not regulating them either. And because Massachusetts court's gonna protect Massachusetts and California court gonna protect Fremont and California, there's only one person left who could honestly decide this controversy, and it is the federal courts. That was their purpose. But the federal courts now squandered their power and gave in to the states with the 11th Amendment, because it was a trick to begin with. Anyway, they all work together. The federal government and the state government work together. They protect each other. So anyway, so people, on June 6, 2011, I called Adam and asked him to default the 50 governors. And like he told me he was going to look into to default the federal government, he told me he's going to look into it also. And then within 1 hour, I got this notice. I'm going to read it to you, see? Entered June 6, 2011. And he called the name, he said the name of the 50 governors. They wasn't, when I filed this complaint, people, these are the governors who was in charge. So the last will go to their successors, okay? Okay, he said right here on page, let me read it to you. He said, and it says the last name, said Jim Gibbons, at the third to last line, Jim Gibbons failed to file an appearance. Okay, it's all the 50 governors, right? But Jim Gibbons failed to file an appearance and a brief, and therefore will not be heard at oral argument except by permission of the court. Okay, say federal rule. So people, what that means, right? These people will not be heard at all because they didn't even file an appearance. So how can they be heard by permission of the court if they never even file an appearance? With the audacity, thinking that they are protected by the 11th Amendment. Huh, people? So people, how can the state be heard ever again? They have lost. Because they have lost because people, they had no answer to my complaint. The state courts